First up, while pronouncing the order on electoral bonds, the Supreme Court has asked all parties to submit details of bonds received till the 15th of May to the Election Commission in a sealed cover by the 30th May. Supreme Court also said that the schedule for the sale of bonds as announced by the Finance Ministry allows excess days in April and May during election season that stands deleted. However, bonds can be sold for 10 days in the month of January, April, July and October, as there is in the Finance Act. The court further observing that it needs more time to ensure that an interim arrangement is reached which will not favour any party.
आज के निर्णय में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक इंटरिम निर्णय दिया है, इंटरिम जजमेंट, ये फाइनल जजमेंट नहीं है। इसमें उन्होंने ये कहा है कि हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी जिसको इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड के थ्रू डोनेशन मिला है, उनको जिन्होंने वो दिया है डोनर के पर्टिकुलर्स उनको इलेक्शन कमीशन को एक सील्ड बंद लिफाफे में देने होंगे। और क्योंकि ये आखिरी जो टाइम है बॉन्ड खरीदने का वो 15 मई है, उन्होंने कहा है 30 मई तक हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को अपने बॉन्ड्स का ब्यौरा कि किसने उनको दिया है ये इलेक्शन कमीशन को देना पड़ेगा।
Anisha joins us, our legal correspondent, for more on this. Anisha, it's interesting because the Centre and the Election Commission had taken contrary views, with the government wanting to maintain the anonymity of the donors and the Election Commission wanting that information to be revealed for transparency. So at least this round goes in favour of the Election Commission.
Well, yes, I have Mr. Professor Jagdeep Chokar with me. He is with the ADR, the NGO which has filed this petition. Sir, I'll repeat the question to you. The fact that the court has given an interim order, it seems that it is going in favour of the government at this moment. But what does this order mean? The court has given an interim order saying that political parties have to give the details to the Election Commission in sealed cover.
The interim order seems to give an impression that some transparency is being introduced, but in effect, it is unlikely to have any effect at all, because when the court asked the political parties to give the details of the donors of electoral bonds to the Election Commission in a sealed cover, number one, it will, even if the information stays with the Election Commission, it does not bring in any transparency. The people and the voters don't have any access to that information. Number two, which is more serious, it is quite possible that political parties will say, we have received these bonds by post without any return address or without name of the sender, anonymously. Therefore, we have received the bond, but we don't know who has sent it. In that case, we are back to square one and there is absolutely no transparency. So the interim order is, in my opinion, not really effective. It does not move the matter forward at all.
But sir, what happens when the details of the bonds are given? Because the court has said that numbers of the bonds, the details of the bonds themselves are to be given. Can't that be tracked?
Who can track it? Only the government can track it. The government can track it even now, even without giving it to the Election Commission, because State Bank of India has that information which is within the reach of the government. So there is no difference there. From the number, the bond can always be tracked from the date of issue.
So effectively you're saying that at this moment it is only an interim arrangement. The Election Commission gets the data but does not have the tools to analyse it.
First of all, the data that the Election Commission does get may not be the data that is being looked for as to who has donated the bond to a political party. If a political party says, we received it by post anonymously, then there is no data to be shared or to be analysed.
So as you can see, the petitioner is quite skeptical. The ADR is quite skeptical, saying that the data that is being given to the Election Commission right now, whether or not that will be analysed, whether or not that will be complete data is in question. But at this moment, with the court looking into this matter, the court will be looking into this matter in detail later as well. We'll have to wait and see how exactly the government is going to explain the process, how the court is going to see the entire process.
Is the petitioner implying that those in power turn out to be the beneficiary of the scheme? Will they now go ahead with their plea demanding a complete stay about the scheme, or at least disclose the identity of the donors?
Well, the disclosure of identity of the donors is the petition. That is what the petitioners want. That is what the Election Commission want. A stay on the scheme was only demanded to ensure that in the interim, political parties don't actually get funds from unknown anonymous donors. However, with the court now taking this stand, because remember, the sale of electoral bonds is for a very limited period. The time period in April was extended, but that extension of 5 days has been struck down by the Supreme Court. But the next issuing of bonds will be now in July and then in October. So effectively, what the court has done is has said that the political parties should give whatever data they have in sealed cover to the Election Commission, so that later when we look into the matter, we can see what information we actually have.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that, Anisha. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.